Good day all of you. Welcome to our session. Welcome to our channel Intangible Tutorials. In this today's session now I am going to give a clear introduction of the three commands. These three commands, among these three commands, one of the command is already discussed in our previous sessions. Once again I am going to give the clear information regarding that command. So what are these three commands now we are going to discuss now, we are going to see. Okay, the very first one is nothing but the PS command. So already you know what is the meaning of the PS command. So what is the meaning of the PS command? PS stands for process status. Okay, and second command is nothing but SU stands for super user. And the third one is nothing but ARP, address resolution protocol. Regarding these three commands I am going to give a clear information now. Okay, first of all I want to give the clear information of PS command, how it will work. So put the heading as PS command. Okay, PS stands for process status. It gives the entire information of the process. Information of process. Normally what kind of the information that can hold by the process? Process ID, terminal type, and date it was created, etc. All these types of the information it gives. Okay, so this is the entire information regarding the processes that gives. It has certain options also. PID-R running processes. Okay, and PID-X processes running by you are specified user who are going to run all these processes. Such kind of the information is given by the PS command. PS stands for process status. It gives the entire information regarding the process. Okay, it's actually a very big command. Multiple number of the options are there for this command, but some of the options only I discussed here. That is the main purpose of the PS command, to introduce the process status. Okay, so whenever you want to know any kind of the information, what is the identity of the process, where it is running, date of the process on which it is running, and next one PID-T is there, on which terminal it is running. -T is also gives the terminal information. It gives some kind of the terminal information, in which particular terminal this particular process is running. Current process ID, current terminal where it is running. So what is the size of the process? Regarding all information regarding that particular process you can get by using this PS command. You can watch my past videos. In that videos are also I have discussed multiple number of the options of the PS command. Okay, so which is going to discuss the process status. Okay, so next we are going to discuss about SU command. What is the purpose of the SU command? Why we are going to use this SU command and all these things in the next now we are going to see. Okay, so let us start with SU and then we go for ARP command. Okay, next I am going to start the SU command. Okay, so what is the use of this SU? Actually SU stands for super user or root user or admin. Okay, so SU stands for, he may be the super user, he may be the root user, or he may be the admin. Okay, so first of all we have to count what is the usage of this command. SU simply you give and just press enter. Who is the default super user will be there? He will be there for the super user. This command can be used whenever you want to change the super user, then only you can use this command. Okay, to change super user. Here whenever you didn't specify any name in the first case, this is the first case, in the SU simply you have given hyphen, you didn't mention any name here, simply you press SU hyphen enter. The who is the default user, he will be acted as the same super user now. Okay, but whenever you want to change, you have to specify some name of the super user. That is the second case. That is we will see su hyphen ram. So ram will become as the super user from now onwards. This command can be implemented by using the admin. Only he can change the super user and super user names and privileges and all these things. This is the purpose of the su command. Ordinary users cannot use this command. Only the who are having the privileges, those only can change this particular user. Those only can implement this particular command. Okay, so this is the su command. This is the working principle of the su command. Next we are going to discuss about ARP. Okay, so what is ARP? Now we are going to see. Let us see what is the ARP now. Okay, ARP. The full acronym of the ARP is Address Resolution Protocol. The internet address can be converted into the Ethernet address. Whenever we give Ethernet address, that will be converted into the respective internet address. For such kind of the address resolution, we use this particular protocol, Address Resolution Protocol. Okay, so the usage of this ARP. Okay, so it modifies the ARP cache. ARP cache it modifies. Okay, and it's having certain options also. ARP-N, ARP-E, ARP-D. What is the ARP-N it gives? Hyphen N it gives the numerical address. Hyphen E it gives what is the existing address. Hyphen D it gives the device address on which device you are working. Okay, so numerical address, existing address and device address. It is also one kind of the admin command. Normally ordinary users cannot work this, but you want to use some kind of this kind of the addresses, you can use this command ARP, Address Resolution Protocol. This can be effectively implemented in the Linux operating system. So these three are the various multiple commands which can be used in the Linux operating system to implement the process, to implement various kinds of the things, like you want to use the process, you want to see the process status, you want to find the status of the process, and you want to change the super user, and you want to work with the ARP, Address Resolution Protocol. These three commands will provide some kind of the examples, some kind of the options and some kind of the things like this. So these are the PS, SU and ARP commands. In the coming videos we discuss some more commands. So please subscribe my channel Intangible Tutorials and watch all the playlists of the Linux programming. Thank you for watching.